Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. For today's video, we're taking you with us to one of the most beautiful places in Bohol, the Can-umantad Falls. It's the tallest waterfall on the islands, and it is one of the best places to visit if you're in Bohol. So let's go! Before going to the falls, we drove to this place called Eleuterio's restaurant. This is actually where you can park your car and also eat before heading down. When we arrived, we were already hungry, so of course, food first. But even before eating, the view here already surprised us. You can see the rice terraces from above, and everything looks so green and peaceful. And it's one of those places where you just want to sit, relax, and enjoy the view. This is a Filipino restaurant, so they only serve Filipino food. It was really good, and the servings are actually quite big. We were honestly surprised by the portion size. It's perfect for sharing, especially if you're traveling as a couple or a group. The prices are also very reasonable, and most dishes range from 150 to 300 pesos depending on what you order, so you really get good value for the amount of food you get. Definitely a great place to eat before heading down to the falls. We ordered a lot of food, maybe a little too much, so we packed the leftovers and brought them to eat by the waterfalls. We just enjoyed taking our time here, really. So from here, you actually have two options to go to the falls. You can ride a motorbike or you can walk. The motorbike costs around 200 pesos per person for both ways. But since we just ate a lot, we decided to walk instead. At first, we thought it would be easy, but we were wrong. The path going down was very steep, but it's concrete, so it's safe to walk. We walked through the rice terraces and then through a small forest area. It was a bit challenging, especially because the path can be slippery in some parts, but honestly, the surroundings made it worth it. Everything felt so natural and quiet. You can hear the birds, the water, and just nature all around you. And since there weren't many people, it felt even more peaceful. And then finally, we started hearing the sound of the waterfall. And when we saw it for the first time, wow! Can-umantad Falls is really tall and powerful. It looks even more impressive in person than in videos. Of course, we didn't come all this way just to look at it. We had to go in. The water was actually really shallow, as you can see, which is good, but the current from the falls is really strong, and the water was so cold. Since it was already afternoon, the sun was behind the trees, so it made it even colder. At first, it was shocking, but after a while, it felt really refreshing. We even tried going inside the falls, and wow, the pressure of the water was so strong. It was a bit scary, but also really fun at the same time. We stayed here for a few hours, just relaxing and enjoying the place. There are small huts or bahay kubo where you can leave your things or change clothes. There are also tables and chairs around. Some people were even doing barbecue, which made the place feel very local and chill. What we really like is that it wasn't crowded, so it felt more peaceful and less touristy. There are small huts and basic facilities at the falls, but it's still best to come prepared. We also recommend visiting earlier in the day so you can enjoy more sunlight and slightly warmer water. And of course, don't forget to respect the place, keep it clean, and take your trash with you. And overall, Can-umantad Falls is definitely worth the trip. After a few hours, we decided to head back. And yes, we walked again. Going up was definitely more tiring than going down. But at this point, we were kind of questioning our life choices. But at least we burned all the calories from the lunch. Before we end this vlog, let's talk a little bit about the story behind Can-umantad Falls. The name Can-umantad actually comes from a local word meaning 60. It refers to the height of the waterfall, which is around 60 meters, making it the tallest waterfall in Bohol. For a long time, this place was not widely known to tourists. It was mainly known by the local community in Candijay. People living nearby would visit the falls for everyday activities like washing clothes, bathing, or simply cooling off during hot days. Because of its location, surrounded by rice terraces and forests, it stayed hidden and untouched for many years. As tourism in Bohol started to grow, more travelers began exploring beyond the usual spots like Panglao. That's when places like Can-umantad Falls slowly started getting attention. Locals and the local government began improving access to the area, adding simple pathways, huts, and basic facilities for visitors. Even with these changes, the place still keeps its natural and peaceful vibe. Today, Can-umantad Falls is known as one of the hidden gems of Bohol, not just because of its height, but because of its raw and natural beauty. And when you visit, you can really feel that it's still very connected to nature and the local life. If you're planning to visit Can-umantad Falls, here's a quick guide to help you. First, the falls are located in Candijay, on the eastern side of Bohol. From Panglao or Tagbilaran City, the drive takes around 2 to 3 hours depending on traffic. We recommend renting a car or motorbike if you want flexibility, especially since the roads going there are quite remote. You can also hire a driver or join a tour, but going on your own gives you more time to explore. Once you arrive, you'll usually stop at Eleuterio's restaurant. This is where you can park your car and also grab some food before heading down. From there, you have two options to reach the falls. Option 1 is to walk like we did, and just be prepared, the path is steep and can be a bit challenging, especially going back up. Option 2 is to take a motorbike. A local driver will take you down and back up, and it costs around 200 pesos per person for both ways. If you're not used to hiking, or even if you want to save your energy, this is definitely a good option. When visiting, make sure to wear comfortable shoes because the trail can be slippery. Also bring some water, extra clothes, or maybe a towel if you plan to swim. It's a bit of a journey, but the experience makes it all worth it. And that's it for today's vlog. If you're visiting Bohol, we definitely recommend adding Can-umantad Falls to your itinerary. Just be ready for a bit of an adventure. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in our next vlog.